So welcome to the third instalment of our vlog series. I'm Peter Clark, this is Emma Kislingbury. We're from RPC's Medical and Life Sciences team. And for today's instalment, we're looking at a couple of publications that have come out recently. One is Homo Deus by Harari, the author of Sapiens, and the other is Stephen Hawking's final work published posthumously just a couple of weeks ago. The reason why we've chosen to talk about these two books today is because in this series we've been talking about the future of life sciences and where we're going, and these two publications really project into the future and provide some really interesting comments about where we're heading.
Absolutely. So do you want to tell us a little bit more, Pete, about what sort of stood out to you from
beginning with this book, which came out first, the premise Harari makes is that if you think about Homo sapiens as a race, that's on its way out. We're now going to be replaced. A new non-specifically organic being is going to come into effect. We're going to be reliant more and more on technology, data, programs that will be integrated into the human body. So the human race is taking off into the space age and will become very different, which raises all sorts of concerns and issues about where's the risk in this, what products will be coming to the market, how do you regulate it, what will be the assumptions placed upon healthcare providers and manufacturers, what will their duty of care be if we're no longer going to be recognisable as human beings, become something quite different. So huge amounts to think about, really.
That's right, and the book effectively focuses on the end of the human race as we currently know it. And this is particularly relevant at a time where issues such as genetic engineering is at the forefront of a lot of people's minds and an issue of real controversy already. And the idea that effectively as artificial intelligence develops, implants and products in the medical sector develop and are more prevalent in human use, it really raises the question of what risks and opportunities there might be for manufacturers and where responsibility lies.
Yeah, and then it sort of gets taken on a stage further by Stephen Hawking. As you might imagine, he really developed some interesting ideas that we've probably not really been thinking about so much until now. So, for example, he talks about the rise of artificial intelligence, not just in the medical life sciences sector, but generally. And the point he makes is that we may get to the point where artificial intelligence just outpaces human beings. So we create something that we no longer fully understand. And this new AI will be better equipped at taking decisions, say in a hospital setting, making a diagnostic decision and setting out a treatment plan better than any kind of human doctor. And he asked, well, at that point, if this artificial intelligence is better at doing things than we are, should we trust in it? But how are we going to trust in something we don't fully understand? So from the regulator's point of view, from Parliament's point of view, there's a huge amount to grapple with here.
And of course, it raises questions as well about sort of expertise and how does that impact upon who is a real expert in terms of these areas of development when there is so much knowledge available and aspects that we don't fully understand. Who will be able to speak as an expert on these matters? And that could well change the face of how we see experts being used in litigation. Will it be the case instead of identifying one expert to speak to an issue, we end up with needing a whole committee of experts to deal with such a wide-ranging knowledge base?
Yeah, I mean, he says that because there's so much information out there being published at the moment, no one person can be a master of anything. But actually, it could be a good thing if it means that disputes and issues are resolved more by committee, so you might have a meeting of great minds who would come to a resolution relatively quickly. In fact, his point is already, in some ways, taking effect because we've got new regulations coming out in 2020 dealing with medical devices that provide that for new products coming into the market that are innovative, there will have to be a committee of experts formed before they're released to patients or to the public generally. So lots of exciting ideas, lots of it very interesting and a bit scary, but nevertheless, we would recommend having a read of these if you're interested in the sector and what's coming up over the next few years.
Yeah, so we hope that's given you some good ideas for some bedtime reading, and we hope that you have enjoyed our final instalment of our mini vlog series.